Ladies and gentlemen, in a world where the lines between reality and illusion are becoming increasingly blurred, it has never been more important to stay true to oneself. We live in an age of filters on social media, in advertising, in the media, and these filters shape how we see the world and how we see ourselves. It's easy to become lost in the idea of perfection, to become caught up in presenting a version of ourselves that is pleasing to others. But this desire to conform, to fit into a mold that society has created, can strip us of our true selves. Be real, be rare is not just a catchy slogan, it is a call to action, a reminder to embrace authenticity in a world that often pushes us toward artificiality. To be real is to be true to your core beliefs, values, and essence without being swayed by external pressures. It means understanding that you are enough just as you are without needing to alter or hide any part of yourself. It's about shedding the masks that we sometimes wear to fit in or please others, and instead showing up as the genuine, unique individuals we were always meant to be. To be real, we must first come to terms with our own insecurities, our imperfections, and our vulnerabilities. These are the things that make us human, that make us relatable, and that connect us to others. In a world that often places value on perfection, whether that's in appearance, accomplishments, or possessions, we may feel the need to hide what we perceive as flaws. But it's in these very imperfections that our authenticity lies. Our struggles, our failures, and our flaws are the stories that define us, and it is in sharing them with the world that we find true connection. The pressure to conform to societal expectations can be overwhelming, and it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of success, beauty, or approval. But when we constantly strive to be something we're not, we lose sight of who we truly are. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else. It needs more individuals who are unapologetically themselves, who are willing to stand in their truth and embrace what makes them different. Being rare doesn't mean striving to be the most unique or the most extraordinary in some external way. Instead, it means embracing the unique qualities that make you who you are. To be rare is to embrace your individuality, to honor your own path, and to recognize the beauty in what sets you apart. It's about finding your own voice and allowing that voice to be heard, regardless of whether or not it fits into the prevailing narrative. In a world that often celebrates conformity, those who dare to be rare are the ones who leave a lasting impact. Being rare means making choices that reflect your true values and beliefs, even when it's difficult. It's about following your heart, even if it means going against the crowd. It's about choosing authenticity over approval, substance over appearance, and depth over superficiality. To be rare is to live with integrity, to honor your word, and to stay true to your principles, even in the face of adversity. We live in a time when it can feel like everyone is competing to be something they are not. Social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok are full of curated images of seemingly perfect lives, and it can be easy to fall into the trap of comparison. But the reality is that these images are just that curated and filtered representations of a reality that isn't always as perfect as it seems. When we measure our worth against someone else's highlight reel, we lose sight of our own unique journey. Each of us has our own story, our own struggles, and our own triumphs. Our experiences, our perspectives, and our identities are what make us rare. But when we allow ourselves to be swept up in the illusion of other people's perfection, we forget to celebrate the things that make us special. To be rare is to honor your own journey, to be proud of the steps you've taken, and to embrace the person you've become along the way. But being real and rare also means showing up for others. It means allowing others the same space to be authentic, to express themselves, and to embrace their own uniqueness. In a world that often values competition over collaboration, we must remember that there is more than enough room for everyone to be themselves. The more we embrace our individuality, the more we create a space for others to do the same. When we choose to be real, we create an environment of trust and authenticity. We inspire others to be real too. When we show up as our authentic selves, we give others permission to do the same. This is how we build deeper connections through vulnerability, honesty, and openness. It's when we are willing to show our true selves, flaws and all, that we find the most meaningful relationships. There is a profound power in authenticity. When we stop pretending to be someone we're not, we free ourselves from the burden of expectation. We no longer have to worry about living up to someone else's idea of success or beauty or happiness. We can simply focus on living life on our own terms with the people who appreciate us for who we truly are. So, how do we begin to be real and rare in a world that often encourages us to hide our true selves? The first step is self-acceptance. We must learn to accept ourselves as we are, with all our flaws, quirks, and imperfections. This is the foundation of authenticity. Self-acceptance is not about settling for mediocrity. It's about recognizing that you are worthy of love, success, and happiness just as you are. When we accept ourselves, we stop seeking validation from others, and we begin to live from a place of internal confidence. The second step is courage. It takes courage to show up as your true self in a world that often encourages conformity. It takes courage to speak your truth, to share your story, and to be vulnerable. But it is this courage that leads to personal growth and connection. When we are brave enough to be ourselves, we inspire others to do the same. The third step is resilience. Being real and rare often means facing challenges and overcoming obstacles. There will be times when we feel rejected, misunderstood, or judged, but it is through these challenges that we grow stronger. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep going even when things get tough. It's about finding strength in our vulnerabilities and using them to propel us forward. Finally, being real and rare requires us to cultivate a mindset of gratitude. Gratitude for who we are, for our journey, and for the people who accept us as we are. When we focus on gratitude, we shift our attention away from what we lack and instead celebrate all that we have. We learn to appreciate the beauty in our own lives, in our own uniqueness, and in the world around us. To be real is to embrace who we are without apology. To be rare is to honor the qualities that make us different and to show up in the world as our authentic selves. In a world that often rewards conformity, those who dare to be real and rare are the ones who leave a lasting legacy. They are the ones who inspire others to embrace their own uniqueness, to live authentically, and to find beauty in the imperfections. So let us commit to being real and rare. Let us embrace our true selves, celebrate our individuality, and honor our journey. Let us be the change we wish to see in the world by living with authenticity, courage, and gratitude. In doing so, we will not only find our own peace and fulfillment, but we will also create a world that values the beauty of being real and rare. The world is waiting for you to show up as your true self, and in doing so, you will inspire others to do the same. Be real. Be rare. And above all, be unapologetically you.